I'm really happy to be a part of the inaugural today at Polaris. What stood out at Polaris School of Technology was the clear vision to build a future-ready institution focused on innovation, AI, growth, and industry readiness. We hope students at Polaris use access to Google's infrastructure to move beyond theory and start learning on the real-world platforms. The ambition, student mindset, and commitment to transformation made this partnership a natural fit with Google's vision for the future of education.
If we do something with Google, let's do it big. And that is where this entire partnership came from.
So please join me in welcoming Ms. Navisha Prabhakar from Google Cloud. She's here.
We have some small workshops which we are planning for you, where we'll tell you about how it works to be in there, how our facilities look like, what's the culture. So you can take a lot of AI chatbots that you would want to work with. You can have smart applications. I'm sure all of you would be interested to be entrepreneurs in the coming times. You're not waiting for 2030, but what 2030 is going to look like if you prepared in your journey. As you get interview calls, internship calls, or you're doing things around your daily practice, content creation, you can use it for anything. I use AI as my assistant, so I'm sure you can also use. So this collaboration should be a vision of that perfection, is what I feel. Hi, my name is Navisha Prabhakar. I am the regional lead for Google for Education, managing South and West India. I'm really happy to be a part of the inaugural today at Polaris. What stood out at Polaris School of Technology was the clear vision to build a future-ready institution focused on innovation, AI, growth, and industry readiness. We saw a leadership team which was willing to break and rethink the traditional education ways and create meaningful outcomes for students through technology, collaboration, and practical learning. The ambition, student mindset, and commitment to transformation made this partnership a natural fit with Google's vision for the future of education. A Google-backed qualification carries strong industry recognition because it reflects practical, job-relevant aligned skills with today's AI-driven needs. This is really important for the workforce and also for students. It means validation of real-world skill in areas like cloud, data, analytics, and digital collaboration, better employability and stronger visibility with recruiters, exposure to industry-standard tools and technologies which are used globally, a greater confidence to work in modern technology-led environments, as well as a competitive advantage in internships, placements, and future careers. In today's job market, employers increasingly value candidates who can demonstrate applied skills alongside academic degrees, and Google certifications help to bridge that gap between education and industry readiness. We hope students at Polaris use access to Google's infrastructure to move beyond theory and start learning on the real-world platforms. This could be like having AI-powered applications, intelligent assistants, developing use cases on AI, cloud-native startups and scalable digital platforms that we have, and also data analytics and automation solutions. Cybersecurity is also one field where they can really go and really experiment with. Smart campus, sustainability, healthcare, or education-focused innovations are also coming in now. Most importantly, we want the students to build a very builder kind of a mindset, experimenting, innovating, and learning how to turn these ideas into impactful products. Using technologies like Google can help them to really get on to an enterprise kind of a mindset or a startup kind of a mindset as well.
No, I think Google has a good heart. I think that was the first thing where we got lucky, I think. We've been working with Google teams for the last many years. So if you look at the world, like Google is one of the most proactive tech firms out there. They actually do a lot for developer community. Nobody has made it more popular than Google itself. So they generally believe in things which take humanity forward, and obviously education is has been a key pillar. Like if you see what they've done over the last so many years, I still think YouTube is the world's greatest education platform. I don't think there's a bigger edtech platform than YouTube, and it's obviously run by Google. And I think when we started talking to Google, I think this was around 12 months back, and then they came to the campus, they saw our curriculum, they spoke to our students. They also saw how many kids from here actually are also able to get selected in Google Summer of Code, which was a big validation for them on the curriculum behind Polaris being actually very productive and very right for today's kids. And when they saw the infra and they saw the curriculum and they saw the results and they saw the overall culture of the campus, and they also became very keen to contribute to the mission of preparing techies of tomorrow. And I think that is where we both found a sweet spot. And after a long time of probably infinite meetings and infinite video calls and Zoom calls. Finally, a couple of weeks back, we said that let's do it, and let's not just do it as a transactional or a small time partnership, but we actually launched a new track altogether. It's a new 4-year program that we have launched in collaboration with Google, and we said that if we do something with Google, let's do it big, and that is where this entire partnership came from. So actually this does change things, but it changes for the better, because now students can build so much more with so much more guidance. I'll give you a very small example. When a student is building out a product, they need multiple tech tools. They need cloud credits, they need API credits, they need some free tools, and generally students do not have credit cards. Google has actually opened a lot of, they've given us thousands of dollars of credits to actually be used for all the students who are actually taking their products live. So their belief is that if students can produce working prototypes and live models in their first and second year itself, by the time they come out their 4-year program, they will be very industry deployable. And that is where they said that saves a lot of time for every student in the campus. So they've given all the students now who become a part of that track, they get a lot of cloud credits, they get access to Gemini stacks, they get access to the newer creation tools of Google, they also get access to exclusive APIs, they also get access to some of Google events and the network of developers. So the learning is much more enhanced because now they can access the Google ecosystem of developers and communities. The experience and the scale of building is much enhanced because now students don't have to worry about where will I get cloud credits for, how will I get a credit card for buying APIs, or how will I access tool, what if I run out of usage, how can I not be worried about tokens. So all those limiting factors, all those constraints have actually been taken away, which means that students can now build much faster, much more, and starting much earlier, which is the entire thesis behind Polaris. So this fits exactly where we wanted it to be. No, I think it does matter. At least to us, it matters a lot because Polaris was started with a belief of industry-first education. It was built with an intention of creating something which is an amalgamation of industry and academia both, where kids, while they learn what they have to in the theoretical aspect, but they also get exposure to industry and industrial tools and industrial problem statements and industry folks. And we said that these two things do not have to be sequential. You don't have to learn theory first 4 years and then spend 4 years in the industry to learn. That 8 years can actually be combined into those first 4 years where you learn theory and you learn practical and you learn how to build and how to ship all of these things together. And to cut that time from 8 years to 4 years for any student, what we really need is a lot of industry coming forward and participating with somebody like Polaris to open doors and opportunities to the students inside. While we have great intent and we would always want to do whatever, but we can't do it without the support of the industry also. And the industry also wants to do it because they also know that if somebody like a Polaris does it well, the industry is gonna benefit because now they will get sharper and better engineers at much earlier age and who are more exposed and who are more proficient at building stuff from a very, very early stage of their career. So the industry also knows that it will benefit immensely in terms of recruitment and talent management if institutions like Polaris actually do it well. And I think that is the reason why industry comes forward to initiatives like this, and that is why it means a lot to us at Polaris.